My dear viewers of Mother's Memory, have you ever imagined that a single painting could hold within it an entire story? A story of life, dreams, and untold secrets? In this video, we'll dive deep into the world of a master artist who, with unparalleled genius, captured the very souls of his subjects on canvas, transforming ordinary faces into timeless icons. This artist wasn't just a painter, he was a historian of humanity, telling the tales of greatness with every stroke of his brush. Get ready for a thrilling and mysterious journey through colors and lines, where every painting carries a message deeper than the eye can see. Stay with us to discover how this artist immortalized moments and masterpieces that speak across the ages. Sir Joshua Reynolds, the portrait master who shaped British art. In the 18th century, as England underwent a cultural and social transformation amid the tumult of politics and ideas, one artist stood apart from the rest. An artist who could capture the grandeur of the age and immortalize its greatest figures on canvas, preserving their likenesses and spirits for centuries to come. This man was Sir Joshua Reynolds, the master of portraiture and one of the most influential figures in European art history. Early life, a boy from a small town with big dreams. Imagine a young boy growing up in the quiet town of Plymouth Dock in the southwest of England, where Reynolds was born in 1723. His father was a schoolmaster, probably never imagining that his son, sketching faces by the window, would one day become one of the most celebrated and influential painters in Europe. His father, though strict, nurtured his son's education. But little did he know that destiny had different plans. From a young age, Reynolds was fascinated by the great masters, and he sought inspiration from every painting he came across. At 17, he took the bold step of leaving his hometown for London, where he studied under the renowned artist Thomas Hudson. In London, he wasn't just another student. He was a sponge, soaking up everything from the subtle play of shadows to the intricate details of facial expressions. The journey to the heart of art. Italy. After years of honing his craft in London, Reynolds realized that technique alone wasn't enough to make him great. He needed to find the true source of artistic inspiration, the classical heritage of art. So, in 1749, he embarked on a transformative journey to Italy, the land that cradled the legacies of the world's greatest artists. In Italy, Reynolds discovered his treasures: Raphael, Titian, and Michelangelo. He absorbed every brushstroke, every contour, and every detail of their masterpieces. His time in Italy marked a turning point in his career. He no longer saw a painting as merely creating a likeness, but as telling a story, conveying emotion, power, and beauty. Yet, Reynolds didn't simply imitate these old masters. He reinterpreted classical techniques in a way that allowed him to craft portraits brimming with life. The portrait master, a genius in capturing souls. When Reynolds returned to England in 1752, he was no longer the same artist who had left. Armed with new knowledge and a fresh vision, he began painting the nobility, politicians, and intellectuals of his time. From the first glance at his portraits, it was clear that these weren't just static images. The people he painted seemed to step out of the frame and into the room, alive with personality and presence. One of the secrets to his success was his deep understanding of the individuals he portrayed. Reynolds would converse with his subjects, getting to know their thoughts and personalities, so he could capture the essence of who they truly were. His portraits were more than just faces. They were stories, narratives woven into every brushstroke. For instance, in his famous portrait of Mrs. Sarah Siddons. The renowned actress is depicted not just as a woman, but as a tragic heroine. Under Reynolds' brush, she became an icon of drama and theater. Similarly, his portrait of Dr. Samuel Johnson shows the great British writer lost in profound thought, every line on his face telling the tale of his intellectual struggle. The founder, the Royal Academy of Arts. In 1768, as Britain sought to establish itself as a leading cultural force, Reynolds was at the forefront, co-founding the Royal Academy of Arts in London. This institution wasn't just a school, it was a cultural revolution, transforming British art. As the Academy's first president, Reynolds played a central role in elevating British art to new heights. His famous series of lectures, known as Discourses on Art, outlined his artistic philosophy. In them, Reynolds declared that art was a bridge between imagination and reality, and that an artist must have an open eye to the world, interpreting its beauty in new and exciting ways. These lectures would go on to influence generations of artists, shaping the very trajectory of British painting, his artistic genius. Between tradition and innovation. Reynolds wasn't just a classical painter. While deeply influenced by the Italian masters, he was also a trailblazer in his own right. His portraits were renowned for their daring use of color and experimental techniques with light and shadow. These innovations gave his paintings a dynamic energy that set them apart from his contemporaries. He masterfully used light to draw attention to key elements in his portraits, guiding the viewer's eye to the most important aspects of the composition. His ability to balance realism with a sense of romantic idealism gave his works a profound emotional depth that captivated audiences. The final chapter, The Artist Who Achieved Immortality. As Reynolds aged, his eyesight began to fail, but his creative spirit never dimmed. He knew that his legacy would live on through his art, and in 1792, Sir Joshua Reynolds passed away, leaving behind a monumental body of work that continues to resonate to this day. His legacy, a lasting influence on generations of artists. Reynolds' impact didn't end with his death. His influence stretched far beyond his time, shaping the course of British art for decades. His unique approach to portraiture inspired countless artists who sought to capture the same depth of character and emotion. Joshua Reynolds wasn't just a painter, he was a historian of humanity, documenting the lives and souls of his subjects with a brush. Conclusion: the painter of faces and souls. Sir Joshua Reynolds wasn't simply a man who painted people's faces. He was an artist who told their stories in color. He saw in every face a narrative waiting to be told, and in every personality a strength worth immortalizing. That's why his works still live among us, telling us about their time, their people, and the deep connection between art and life. Reynolds, in his simplicity and complexity, created art that transcends time, carving his name in the annals of art history. As he once said, "Art is not just a mirror of reality, but a window into new worlds." As we come to the end of this captivating journey through the life and work of one of history's greatest artists, we hope you've been as inspired as we are by the power of art to transcend time, capture the human spirit, and tell stories that live on forever. Art is not just something we look at, it's something we feel, something that connects us all through the ages. This is what makes these masterpieces so extraordinary and why they continue to move us, even centuries later. If this exploration has sparked your curiosity or left you thinking deeper about the stories behind each brushstroke, then we invite you to become a part of our community here at Mother's Memory. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a chance to uncover more of these hidden stories. And if you've enjoyed this video, please share it with others who might appreciate the beauty and meaning we've uncovered today. Thank you for watching and joining us on this artistic adventure. We look forward to taking you on many more journeys through time, history, and creativity. Until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and may you always find inspiration in the world around you. In the meantime, stay safe, and may God watch over you. See you in the next video.